Welcome to the Barrett channel, welcome to another video. Again, another video about the coronavirus. As my last video update on this subject was quite long, it was over 30 minutes, what I've decided to do is do a daily update video, which will be sort of a bit shorter, hopefully no more than 10 or 15 minutes, and really just to cover all the main points and developments of the virus since the previous day. It's obviously a very fast moving situation, and I'll try and keep you, I do quite a bit of research, and I'll try and keep you as up to date with the developments as I possibly can. Throughout the video you might see me looking at my notes because there's a number of facts and figures that I need to sort of have a look at as I'm going, so I don't forget anything. Oh, one other thing, a number of you may notice my voice is a bit croaky and I have a blocked nose. Please don't worry. This is I suffer with allergies, and I often wake up with a sort of blocked or runny nose and my sort of voice a little bit croaky. So as far as I'm aware, I don't have the coronavirus at the moment, so please don't get too alarmed about my blocked or runny nose. Yeah, I'd also like to thank all those people for supporting our channel. My last uploaded video on the coronavirus has been demonetized by YouTube, and we have no idea why, and we've submitted a request for a review, but we're waiting for that. But it means as of this moment in time we receive no revenue, so we really appreciate those people who support us either through WeChat, through Patreon, or through Buy Me a Coffee. If you do feel you would like to support us or continue supporting us, the link is down below. So without further ado, let's get into the figures. As of around 10:30 this morning, there were 11,823 confirmed cases here in the mainland China, which is 2,100 more than there were yesterday. There are just under 17,988 additional suspected cases, which is an increase of 5,000 from yesterday. There are 259 deaths, which is 46 more than yesterday, and there are 243 people who've recovered, which is 72 more than yesterday. Hubei is still the worst affected province with over 7,000 confirmed cases, but there are now another two provinces with upwards of 500 cases. That is Zhejiang and Guangdong. Zhejiang has 599 confirmed cases and Guangdong has 520 confirmed cases. Of the Guangdong cities, Shenzhen has the most cases with 170 confirmed cases. There are still limited numbers of cases appearing in other countries around the world. However, it seems that most countries are now quarantining people that are coming back from the worst affected province of China in Hubei. In the UK, which is where I'm originally from, there have been 2 cases. Evacuees from Hubei, from Wuhan, landed yesterday, and those people have been quarantined for a period of approximately 14 days. Many airlines around the world are now limiting or cancelling altogether flights to and from the Chinese mainland, and a number of countries are closing the borders. Russia have closed their eastern border with China in the last day or so. The other big news item since my last update is that the WHO, the World Health Organization, have now declared it as a global emergency. This will swing into operation a lot of relief and help and action around the world that wouldn't have been initiated if that hadn't have been declared. And we've already seen the first batches of aid from the WHO arriving in Wuhan. This is mainly equipment, masks, suits, etc., etc. Okay, something that has been published today, and it's kind of good news and bad news. So the bad news of this is it's been confirmed now that the virus can spread from person to person without there being any signs of the virus in the person that is transmitting that disease. So this has been some research by German scientists. What happened, I'll give you a brief history. I will try and link to the article as well. But the brief history is that a Shanghai woman, a Chinese citizen in Shanghai, was visited by her parents. During the time of the visit, her parents showed no signs of illness. The woman in Shanghai, after spending 2 or 3 days with her parents, also had no sign of illness, and she travelled to Germany to give some training to a motor parts company in Germany, and that was over a period of 2 to 3 days. She then left and travelled back to Shanghai. On the plane back to Shanghai, she developed some symptoms and illnesses, and was later confirmed to test positive for the coronavirus. Later on, the 2 of the people in the training session, 2 Germans, were also confirmed to have the virus. And a number of days after that, 2 additional German colleagues who had not had contact with the Shanghai woman, but had contact with the other 2 German colleagues, they were also tested positive for the virus. So this is now 100% confirmation that the virus can spread from person to person without there being any symptoms present. So that's the bad news. Now, the good news about this article, this report, is that the 2 German guys who had the virus, they had very mild symptoms. One just had sort of spent 2 days in bed. He had sort of flu symptoms, coughing, sneezing. And the second one also had very mild symptoms, just like a cold, a bit of a sore throat, etc. So it seems as though the virus affects people in very different ways, and I will stress that it still seems that the fatalities from the virus have been older people, and in many circumstances they have had other underlying medical conditions. So let's talk about what's going on here in Shenzhen. So again, as I mentioned in my previous video, the holiday for workers and schools and universities have all been extended right now. So at the moment, everybody's still on the Chinese holiday. People would have normally gone back to work by now, and things would normally be getting back to normal, but it's still very quiet out and about in Shenzhen. In fact, I'm and my friends that I live with, we are really trying to just stay indoors as much as we possibly can. We think that's the best course of action to take, and it seems that generally Chinese people or people in Shenzhen are taking that advice on board from the authorities. This morning, the Shenzhen authorities have announced that they are going to be making 100,000 masks each day available free of charge to the public. These will be dispensed through 663 designated pharmacies around the city. I don't have a lot more detail about that. I will update you with any more detail about that as and when I get it. Honeywell have also said they are ramping up production of their KN95 masks as well. These will be available to purchase at 10 a.m. each day on the web platform JD.com, which is an e-commerce platform for people who are not aware of that. However, the quantity will be limited to one box of 25 masks per customer And they have also said they won't increase the price. The price will be kept stable. I believe actually the Chinese authorities are trying to or will punish companies who try to profiteer from this virus outbreak. One last thing before I end this video. I've received some criticism in my comments section of the videos I've uploaded recently that apparently I know nothing about what's going on in Wuhan because I am living in Shenzhen and it's a long way away from Wuhan. That's not strictly true. I watch a lot of YouTubers and I monitor a lot of social media posts coming out. There's one particular guy I watch. He seems to do quite regular updates. What I'll do, I will post a link to his YouTube channel down below. His videos are in Chinese, but many of them do contain English subtitles, so you can get a view right from the source in Wuhan if you don't trust what I'm saying. Anyway, that brings me to the end of this video. As I said at the beginning, I don't want to make them too long. I will do one each day updating you of the figures and any new developments. The length of the videos will really depend on how much new information is coming to light each day. Again, thank you everybody for supporting the channel. Thanks to everybody for watching, and as always, take care.